Hey, let me see if you guys can hear me when this is in.
Okay, I bet you say that a lot.
And welcome to Punch Drunk Sports. You know who we are. You know what we do. Joining us in studio is voted #1 favorite comic by Punch Drunk Sports. Brody Stevens joins us, everybody.
Yes,
Very
it's a excited
We got
feeling
so much
upon
great
me.
stuff going on. We got
Regular
Jayson
guest.
Thibault looking dapper as always. Thibault would fit in into the early Ford days when Ford was still inventing the car. I feel like you could hang out with them.
Okay, it's pretty specific.
And you could hang out with Howard Hughes back in the day.
I'd like that.
Yeah, doesn't
From
he look
Phoenix?
like that?
Yeah.
No, not from Phoenix.
Not from Phoenix.
The rich guy who shit in a jar.
It was only pee.
Oh,
Phoenix.
look
You got
who's
that wrong.
running on black tie.
All of us.
Kurt, are you a Jew? No. Oh, guy, look at we have two
He
Jews
gets it a lot.
and a dude who looks like a
He gets it a lot.
Jew.
I have papers, please don't.
Joining us in studio,
I'll be right back.
considered one of the top 40 comics of New York City. A very funny guy, and we're excited to have
Top 40.
Did those lists come out?
Jesus.
I just
Well,
Well, you missed it. I was voted most likely to hang out with Howard Hughes before you got here, so
Kurt
I'd
Metzger,
take top
everybody.
40 comics in New York
Howard
City.
Hughes from Scottsdale, or the,
That's exactly what we said.
No, the one who shit in a jar.
It was pee. It was
They
pee.
both do.
Yeah, they both do. Probably because they both did a lot of coke.
Did they
at some
ever-
point. Allegedly.
did they ever say why he had to save his shit in pee in jars? Like what the purpose was?
Probably because in his mind they were gonna clone him based off his poop samples.
Can you? Is it possible to clone people from their own poop
Can't
samples?
you get your DNA from poop?
You can't get it from urine.
You can't.
No.
Oh, really?
There's ammonia.
I was peeing in a jug for like 2 years.
Yeah, you could not have been cloned.
Oh, no.
You just have a jug full
Did
of
you
piss.
throw Mike's Hard Lemonade on that and just hand it out to people?
Wasted a lot of time.
Yeah.
I peed into a jug when I lived in New York.
Can we find our?
Just for what purpose?
Save trips to the restroom.
Okay.
Did you live down a far hall? Was it a long walk for young Brody?
Yeah, it was one of those weekly hotels in Bushman. Lahai was there also.
You lived with the Bushman.
Yeah, he was on a different floor. It was a weekly hotel on 107th and Broadway.
Dude, how shady are those weeklies?
It was shady, but it was it wasn't bad. I knew what I was getting into.
Oh, that was.
A jug full of piss.
Yeah. That was. I lived in a weekly in Hollywood, and I smoked crack, and this guy tried to suck my dick. But Brody, let's look up your special.
Define try.
Define try and
Suck the
die.
fuck out of it.
I had to fight him off. He's like,
And that guy's name was me myself.
That's when I removed my own rib, high on crack.
I was just saying I had to have a rib put in to keep me from sucking my dick,
You're
to
like-
help stop me from doing it.
I get. Dude, was there a vote in the village? Dude,
It's
we
like-
gotta stop this monster.
When I was a kid, it's like biting your nails when they put that stuff on your nails. I had to have
Yeah, I used to
ribs
bite my
added.
nails.
Mrs. Metzger, the reason we're calling you in is that your son apparently only has so many ribs and is constantly sucking his own dick in class, and we can't. Hey, Ari!
Right.
Ari, put it on mute.
Is he at a
Oh, that's
weekly
what it
hotel also?
Yeah. Someone texted him to put it on
I thought we were
mute.
hearing a great sample pertaining to what.
He's doing interviews?
Yeah. Take it off. Turn him off. Let him call back, dude. I want to hear about him and whatever fucking chick he's sticking
Oh,
in.
is that Ari Shaffir?
Or
Yeah.
just mute him.
Yeah. Can we mute him?
We're witnessing a situation here.
This might be a fucking domestic abuse. Hey, Chris Hardwick, quit that shit.
He runs a tight Hardwick, I heard. By the way,
Yeah.
what have you? Do you know Chris Hardwick?
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on with him now?
What is
Apparently,
the
he-
conspiracy?
apparently he had a relationship.
Yeah. And in this town, having a relationship warrants just ripping 2 decades of work fucking away.
Yeah, only if you're. See, that's why I'm safe.
Yeah.
All my bad relationships, they're just waiting for something to happen. But I'm like, I'm going to beat the system. I'm not going to let anything happen.
I don't have one ex-girlfriend that I'm not friends with.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, thank
don't
God.
I'm the same way.
Just smiling down. Hey, you
Even
remember
like
us?
my
We
crazier
dated, eighth
ones I
grade?
talk to regularly.
So do I.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Even Danielle and I still, we're cool with each other. It's not like we're having lunch, but she doesn't have any ill will.
It's unbelievable. And then you have all these female comics like piling on. It's like, okay, yeah, you are. Can we turn that off?
Yeah, what is that?
Can we do that?
Only you can hear it.
And,
Not going out of the feed.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
so,
So I just take this
so
off.
you have a shitty. You choose shitty men, and because of that, people should have their careers ripped
Well,
away.
I don't know if he's shitty. All I got to go on is
No, but what I'm saying is these girls who are simply thinking it's okay to destroy Chris Hardwick because they had a bad relationship in the past.
Is it multiple?
Oh, dude, listen.
Is it multiple girls?
That is the regular. If you have any, like, don't you think like, well, one time I got something.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with this?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's that I'm every woman bullshit.
Yeah.
Is it's like a weird disease because it's like I'm collectivizing my pain and I'm collectivizing your guilt. And I'm not real with all the men like that.
Well, part of it is like there's an accountability element to it too, where it's like if you read her complaints, it's like he told me I couldn't go out to the clubs and hang out with men, and I couldn't come home drunk because he's sober.
Well, I mean,
And you chose, and
Yeah.
you go, okay, I agree with those terms of your boundaries.
by the way, she said I was expected, so that doesn't mean he said shit. That could just mean
Her interpretation.
See, I'm not from reading a little bit of it. It's like that's not the kind of shit after 3 years you have to come back. I was expected not to go out drinking.
Yeah.
Oh no! How the abuse of not want to get cheated on by your trophy.
Yeah.
Cosplay girlfriend, but it's if honestly, dude, if I was like
Exactly. She's an
famous,
actress. That's the thing. She's an actress.
Yes. She
oh
is.
Jesus,
Actresses are fucking nuts.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
One thing I will tell you for sure is that she later on admits she cheated on him. So everything that he did up to that point was warranted in thinking that she was going to cheat on him. Mm-hmm. Because she literally cheated. It's like, hey, don't do this. Don't do. Why won't you do this? Because you're going to cheat on me. Oh, I did cheat on. Oh, okay. So it was warranted.
I blame the website for allowing her to write the blog.
Yeah. And then
I'm joking, but I guess
well,
I'm
is he
not.
suing? I mean, is one of these dudes gonna
It's like
fucking
a gawker
sue?
thing.
One of these rich ass motherfuckers that get like.
But why can't we
I would
just?
sue the.
Metzger.
She
said-
said sexual
I know
assault.
this guy generally likes to sue, so just so he knows, I have proof of all this stuff. So if it goes to court, I can show the proof.
she said that.
Yeah.
Proof
Yeah,
of
very
what?
into the article.
But
Yeah,
okay.
That's the last thing she said.
Number one, she could probably prove what she said, but sexual assault is not the thing she said. Like,
I know,
sexual
it's so
assault
great.
is
And
sexual
all
assault.
the
It's
women are
not.
like, yeah, you were wrong.
I felt pressured that he'd break up if we didn't have sex. It's not sexual assault. I know that's like some new definition they came up, but in a court of law, it ain't. So you know,
And
that's it's a huge amount of like libel.
But we're
right?
not dealing with the court of law. We're dealing with
Court of
Take it to a court of law.
Twitter
then.
mob rule. That's who makes the
Well, that's
decisions
just the
now.
2-minute hate, dude. That's like 1984. Like you are gonna get the 2-minute hate.
But he
the worst
got,
sentence
yeah,
we got.
Yeah, but the 2-minute hate turned into him losing the AMC gig, getting off the panels, and his career tarnished.
I would like to see her. I would like to see her evidence. And I know Chris probably was like, just let go. I get it, but
He's not letting it go. He doesn't want to just let it go. He's like, I didn't do any of this stuff.
I hope he
What do you
sues,
mean?
man. I should know none of it. I mean, I don't even understand why this is my business
Yeah,
or why
I
I
get
should have a
that.
fucking opinion about it. But I'll tell you what, my tinfoil hat thing,
Put
that I
on.
truly believe that social media has achieved consciousness. It's like a thing.
What do you mean?
It's alive.
What does that mean?
It's a fucking brain. Everybody got together and made a crazy brain.
It's a collective. It's
It's the ultimate
and it's
AI.
just steering
AI.
itself. It's just steering itself right now.
You're
Because
getting mad. At a
collectively. It's an organism.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody's talking.
collective.
So I'll make sure we don't talk. Over
good
each
stuff,
other.
Sam.
Wait, let me say this. Let me say this real quick because it's true. Because when people go like, it's not fair, he should be punished for anybody. It's like we don't want this person being punished for this thing. It's like, okay, but not one person is calling for their punishment. One person is writing a blog, and then the collective million people reacting get pressure on to a company to fire them, whatever. But it's like it's not one person calling for anything. So it's weird. It really is a collective.
no, it's the
Like,
beast.
you're right.
Yeah.
So I have multiple. Tebow's talked about this before. I have multiple Twitter
Sclerosis?
accounts based on the different shows I have. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on the Tinfoil Hat account, and I look on to the feed of following people who I'm following, and I see that says that my personal account had liked a tweet that I don't even follow this guy. I don't even know who this dude is. I've never seen this tweet before, and it's a pretty like politically incorrect tweet about how this guy says that he's kind of conflicted because this guy got shot once, but he beat up his girlfriend before, so he's kind of conflicted because he wasn't shot 20 times. And, like, that's not me. That's not me. I'm not that guy. But it's like a really weird tweet to have suddenly liked by me when I never even fucking liked it.
And you feel like somebody tweaked the algorithm, somebody got into your account. That's what Twitter does now?
I'm sure that Twitter, if you buy bots and all this shit and there's certain profiles they want to promote, that they probably get you to follow people you don't know you're following.
Yeah.
That happens with me sometimes. People are like, why are you following that person? I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't. I maybe my hand slipped or something, but I don't want to follow anybody. So
I've never followed.
Hold on. Do you know how many fucking people... I mean, this blows me away too. Like in I don't know, last like 6 months, like adult people, not aren't like it's not like something wrong with them, but I've heard them complain that somebody doesn't follow them back on like a Instagram, like it's a problem. So it's not like a child saying this. It's like a grown people like, yeah, they don't follow me back.
Brody says that.
Well, it does bother me.
I wasn't saying Brody. That I guess up to number 5 now, right? But that if you think about it. Or my good friend says to me, all my problems in the last year have just been social media. Like all my main problems in life have solely been caused by social media.
Yeah.
Since I haven't been on that shit, I feel like a goddamn mountain man, like I'm off the grid.
Dude.
But it's not.
I'm not on anything at all?
I mean, I post shows up if I'm going to be somewhere, but I don't go on it or look at it or whatever. And it's great. Like, I used to mutter to myself like a homeless person before it was invented.
Who ruined Twitter?
Or you talk to somebody like, why are you speaking to me in person?
But I would just mumble to myself, and when that came out, I would do it just like out, so it was like a little bit better than just talking to no one. And then I went back to muttering to myself, and it's like better. The voices in my head are definitely better than that cacophony of nonsense.
Before we answer Brody's question, I want to go around the horn. Where are you going to be, Jason? We'll do you and mine last because we got that show coming up. Ari, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be in San Francisco starting Thursday night, June 21st, San Francisco, at Cobb's Comedy Club, a place I'm assuming Metzger's been banned from as well.
All right. We should just do a tour of places Kurt's been banned from.
I'm not banned from Cobb's.
Oh, all right. Way to go.
Wait, is that the one? Is that a Punchline related place?
Yeah.
No, I just did Punchline. She had me.
Oh, Molly's great.
Yeah,
so you're going to be at Punchline. Where are you going to be, Metzger?
I got to look. You know what? Go to KurtMetzgerComedy.com because all my tour dates are up on my website, KurtMetzgerComedy.com.
All right, man. Brody.
This weekend?
We're anywhere.
Anytime.
Next month.
Well, Comedy Store. I'm going go on the road with David Spade.
That's great.
We'll be doing Ontario Improv. Yeah, I have a chance to be in Grown Ups 5.
That's great, dude.
And also, you find me at the Comedy Store, of course, and the Laugh Factory when I call in for Vales, and same goes for the Improv. But I'm a local guy. My mom is local. I'm local.
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
stay
local
close to the
Teamsters.
womb. That's what you do.
Local Teamsters.
I respect that.
You grew up out here. I didn't know that.
I thought.
Oh, yeah, there's a
you think
rumor.
he was a Seattle guy? Here you are.
Brody,
Guy
how long do 818 till?
Till I die? Yes,
Okay.
I have the plot purchased.
Wow. You're thinking really far ahead.
Do you have a date,
I hope.
Ashley, you want to say? Or are you
I
good?
got Irvine Improv July 12th.
Oh, shit, dude. Shit is
Shazam.
jumping, City. My good friend, Jayson Thibault. Where are you going to be?
I will be at the Comedy Store this weekend. I will be in Hermosa Beach doing the Bones and Buddies show Sunday night. I will be at the Yarn Barn last month. And I'll be at Heckler's Haven at the big Heckle Festival. Bring your tomatoes. That's in Long Beach, and it starts at midnight. And then I'm at Slice of Death in Salem, all of August of 2021. Also, we have our big UFC viewing party July 7th?
Can you find that flyer?
226th, whatever 226 date is.
July 7th. Are you in town July 7th, dude?
Yes.
Would you like to do a show?
Yeah.
Boom! Would you, Brody, like to do a show?
Send me the details.
Okay. They're
Details
the
right there.
details.
Oh, let me
man.
look at them.
July 7th is UFC 226, and we are doing a live viewing party at the Sycamore Tavern.
Awesome.
Followed by a live stand-up upstairs in the dojo. So come watch the fights for free, and then it's $10 to get in. Jayson Thibault, Kurt Metzger,
Brody
Stevens has agreed to do it. We'll probably have Red Band on it too. So grab your tickets now. There's only 100 tickets available, $10 a pop. Grab your tickets now. And then, of course, following that will be Skank Fest.
We gotta have O'Neal in here to talk about. Oh, maybe Metzger can talk about this.
What?
Maybe things Ryan O'Neal can beat the shit out of Gomez.
We'll get into for
who's
sure.
O'Neal though?
He's a friend of
Ryan,
ours.
I have to see him.
Comedian.
I made that fight happen.
Really?
Yeah, because Luis Gomez and Ryan O'Neal would always challenge either Ari or myself to a fight, and they're like way younger than
Why
us.
would they challenge Ari?
Because
everybody wants
or-
to punch him in the face.
But I mean,
It's pretty
so
straight up and
it's like,
down.
what's the glory of attacking a 40-year-old in
What's the
UFC
glory
fight?
of not? It's a
Yeah.
free fucking Jew
But
fight.
what, did
I'm not going
Ari?
to
Did
jail.
you say something to piss him off? Like, how did it come about?
Hold on, did you just say Ari? Did you say something to piss him off? Have you?
I blame the
Ari,
victim.
Kurt, this is Ari Shaffir. Ari Shaffir. This is Kurt Metzger. I don't know if you guys know each other, but Ari's known as the amazing racist, and he tends to make fun of women without arms in his specials and stuff like that. I don't.
Time.
Tend is misleading, isn't it? Tend to.
Yeah, it really is.
I just mean, like, I can't imagine Ari, like, in an argument with them going, like, I could beat you up at UFC. It seems like that's, like, how would it lead to that being a thing?
No, Sam thinks he could beat me up, and I think I can beat him up.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
No, everybody thinks they can beat you up, Ari, and you
No,
literally.
you're so fat, you will win. You'll get gassed within 20 seconds of just standing up, and then and then it'll be my victory to take.
Let me tell you something. This is what I know for sure from doing, I started trying to take boxing, like, with a trainer a while back, and just getting in the proper stance. If I have to do that, I get winded, and you win the fight.
Dude,
Like, never mind getting the fight, just getting, like, the shit together of how you're supposed to stand. And, like, by the time I was done, I was smoking for 20
the
years.
anticipation of getting hit is 10 times worse than the actual hit. It's like, and he's gonna hit me. He hits you, you're like, oh, it's not bad. Oh, he's gonna do it again. And it's just like, that is literally the process of getting in a fight.
That was my childhood.
Yeah.
I mean, how many fights are you going to get into now? I'm 41 now.
No, dude, none.
Zero.
Yeah,
Hopefully
it's
that
like
number.
I've gotten to a lot of fights the last.
Fist fights, Ari? I mean, Brody? I'm sorry, Jew. Sorry.
When's
Brody.
the last
Sorry,
time?
Jew.
When's the last time you were in a fist fight?
South by Southwest. I went after.
I remember
a
that.
guy.
I did see the video of
I
that.
have kicked somebody.
Hold on, you punched?
Before.
Yeah, punched, elbowed.
Ari, can you? I mean,
My name's Brody.
What's the last
Brody,
age?
can you
That
stand
how
up?
old were you the last time?
That was like my early 40s.
Can
Okay.
you stand up real quick and show me how you punch?
Well, I did more of a kneeing thing. I was into kettlebells at that point.
Okay.
And a lot of knees.
I bet that video still exists. What was that on? Because I did see the video of it.
Of me doing kettlebells?
No, when you were at the South by Southwest, and that you literally got into an altercation with the heckler, I believe.
Yeah, this guy came after me. And
Maybe even threw a tambourine at you or something like that.
Yeah, he ripped the mic out of my hand. I was on Sparks energy drinks at the time.
Oh, dude, I get that.
Yeah, and
South by Southwest. Yeah, there you go.
yeah, I've been in fights with friends and stuff and
Swinging
push.
fights?
I mean, yeah, it's happened. You know, I
Really?
come from a wild background. You know, I'm Jewish white trash. No, just fighting with.
He's Jewish white trash.
I thought
He's coming to your synagogue. He's gonna burn it down. He's Jewish white trash.
You look like an extra from, like, you used to be the Devil's Double in the
The Devil's Double.
Uday Hussein. Like,
I've heard of that.
it looks like a stand-in for a dictator.
I've had some physical interactions the last few years, but that's okay.
Would you say you're the? When was the last time you were in a fight? Honestly,
Oh,
not like verbal,
shit.
but swinging.
Man or woman? All right.
Oh, this morning. Oh no, man.
Besides
I'd
mother?
have to think about it. It's been a while. Been a
I mean,
while.
comedians
5 years,
don't
6
comedians
years?
Longer
get into
than that.
fights
Oh,
all
longer
the
than that.
time? Isn't that like a
I
normal
was,
thing to get into like a
you-
pushing, shoving match?
I mean, I've
37.
jumped into fights. I've jumped
37.
into
No,
fights at the
besides
store.
the time you defended rape. Besides that, I'm only kidding.
Besides the time you, sir, have offended rape's honor. Is that what you're talking about when I fought a duel to defend rape?
Yeah.
Why, sir?
When was the last time
uh,
you were?
No,
fat
I'll tell
words.
you. I'll tell you. At the cellar, were you there, Ari? Or Big J
When?
was hosting at the cellar when that guy popped my ear?
No, I was not there. I heard about it later.
This guy cupped his
Go ahead.
hand and fucking popped. It was like right
Popped
after I got
your ear?
off stage. Yeah.
Were you on the airplane?
A
landing?
friend or a?
No, just some
Just
guy.
some random
he
guy?
boxed my ear. I mean, it was crazy. He cupped
like-
his hand and fucking smacked. I got a 50% perforation to my eardrum.
What?
Was
It
it?
healed completely, they said.
Did you say something?
Wolverine.
fucking grabbed?
No, to trigger him to do that.
Oh, so I was on. You remember the thing where it's like the crowd's fine, but there's like one drunk acting as if you're bombing, but you're not bombing.
Yeah.
So the rookie move is to go too hard at them, right? And then you throw it for the whole crowd. But
I'm still a rookie.
yeah, but I'll let them fuck it up for the crowd before I'll say anything, right? Just in case. 'Cause I can't stand when they're wrong and the crowd's like, "Why are you so mean?" The person's just ruining your life.
Yeah.
So. But I was just doing some joke with some girl, I heard a drunk girl go, "You suck," right? Like way in the back. And it's not a big room, the cellar. Also, I'm trying to do a clean set. You know, you like got to stay clean. It was for Fallon. I was doing Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
So I had my phone like on the fire alarm in the cellar, like just filming the set, right? So it's always tense with that shit. So I'm like, I'm not going to fuck my thing up because this idiot just ignored it. And it was going fine. And then I can't remember. I don't know if like I said joke, they all laughed. And I go, "Well, maybe you suck, miss." And then then this guy goes, "Oh, fuck you." Oh no, I go. Oh. I said to her, "You're very attractive. Can I just tell you that you're beautiful?" And that's probably why you think people want you to talk, but they don't. That's a thing that they say to you because you're hot.
Right.
Which I don't think is so bad.
Yeah,
No.
it's so patty cakes.
It's patty cakes.
Like,
That's
yeah,
how
like,
I look at it as
like,
like the
like,
most
like,
like
yeah,
not.
yeah.
And this guy goes, "Yo, I'm gonna fuck you up." So the guy next to her is threatening me now immediately, right? But I can't see them because it's like toward the back. I'm like, "Dude, you should get in a lot of fights." He goes, "Whatever, I win fights." I said, I can't remember. Yeah, I was like, I didn't say anything like crazy on the stage or whatever because I had the crowd on my side. They were just drunk assholes. So I went back and forth where I was really trying to give this dude out. You know, it's clearly just drunk and like this chick must be hot and he must have to always go through this all the time because he's an idiot. Like he's insecure. So I get off stage, okay, and I see them. I just wanted to see what they look like. I just had to see what they look like because the guy was so aggressive. I just couldn't believe. I go, "I'm gonna smoke a cigarette." He goes, "I got a cigarette for you." All right. So I get off and I go to look and Jay was Jay was making fun of me. Like it was the mood was fine. Like it didn't. This is where I kind of fucked up. But so I go to get my phone. I look at the girl. I go, "Hey Jay, I was right. She's a hot bitch, right?" And she goes, "Don't call me a bitch." And then I lost my temper from that.
Off stage.
Now there's offstage in the room while the show's going on. I'm like, this whole situation happened because you are exactly a fucking bitch, by the way. The whole situation. That's not what I said. What I said was, no, I'm calling him a bitch. I'm calling you a cunt.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the dude, so the dude just jumps up, and a waitress was trying to get between me and him.
Good security.
Yeah, right. The security guard was reading there's always like huge guys reading like summer reading.
I mean, where was
like
Jim
beach,
Norton?
magazine.
Beach books and shit.
Where was
yeah.
Norton and Todd Berry to run interference?
Oh, I wouldn't. I mean, I would never put that on Todd. Those days are behind him. His special forces skills degrade without constant practice. Anyway, the guy gets up and comes walking over, and so I still don't get that it's like I'm gonna get hit at all. I'm like I had my head all the way out.
Not using your boxing stance.
I wasn't using my. Yeah, I don't have any box.
That's the posture that doesn't tire you out.
Yeah, I'm like just relaxing my neck as far as I can all the way out. I go, "Hey, he's coming over!" Like, dude. And so there was someone in the way, but the dude just went around like really fast too. I went, pop! And I heard my ear. I heard it like pop. And so then, if you see the video of it, it's just like from a stationary phone, right? And I look so much like a Frankenstein. I've never more looked like a Frankenstein where I'm like you just see my hand out like this, and you see us tumble back the other way. And then I end up on top of him, and I remember I wanted to just keep hitting him as much as I could. Was my only. That's the last time. I mean, I was so mad. Oh, dude.
How was he
this
big?
Fucking not big enough to be doing that. Popping me in the ear. By the way, anybody could beat me up. I probably would never get in a fight with because they don't have a thing to prove. Do you know what I mean? Like it's always like some guy where you're like, what do you do? That whole block is like that in the village. It's like these guys that you can't believe they're threatening the bouncers that look like they eat other bouncers.
Right.
And some dickhead. They're just drunk. It's just drunks, man.
Those are people who've never actually been punched.
Well, so a bunch of they took. So anyway, Jay kept calling me retard strength after because it took 3 people to make me stop punching him.
Right.
I just thought he fucking made me deaf.
Yeah.
Like, By the way, I'd rather have his damage than my damage. Like, I had to go to the hospital and shit, and really, like, then water got in it, and it was a fucking nightmare. Anyway, so the manager's like, go to the hospital right now, just because if cops come or whatever, like, you know, you can say you went to the hospital for a year. Because I wasn't even going to go to the hospital. That's how stupid I was. So I went. Then this guy called the cops to say the comedian assaulted him. Mm-hmm. So it was a good thing I went to. Oh, my God. Yeah, or his wife did.
Did it make the news?
You're right.
Wife.
He is a bitch.
It was his wife did it. No. But I'll tell you how it ended up. So because they thought apparently it was illegal because I said cunt, like it's illegal. It's like totally fine. Like you can hit, but you can't. In fact, I thought that. I'm like, maybe I was like provoking it.
Did you say feckless cunt?
I said I put a little Samantha.
Right.
Anyway, so the cops show up. So the crowd came out. I go, nah, he fucking boxed the guy's ear. So he just got himself arrested, basically, this idiot. And then
did you just were you witness to your own crime? It sounded like you were just witnessing your own crime. You're like, oh no, he boxed him in there. Like, were you in? Like,
no, the crowd told the cops, and they called me later, but.
I know I got to take a leak.
Oh.
Okay, go take
Is
a
that
leak.
okay?
Yeah, I mean, you
Give me a jug.
Somebody get him a jug. God damn it. Yeah.
Lahai, Bushman, I'll be right there.
So, and then somebody said she was saying shit like, my father could buy and sell this place. Like you haven't heard outside of an 80s movie?
Oh.
And then I was told later.
Like at ski school.
When they found out he was getting arrested, one of the cops was black, so she kept calling him the N-word.
What?
And she took a swing at him.
Oh,
this cop, the N-word, took a swing at him.
These two need a reality show.
So they get arrested. I had to go to the
When are
DA.
they running for president?
Well, I found out. So I had to go to the DA with the video. It's like my whole set for Fallon, and then like the back and forth. And I think he had to pay he just had to pay the hospital bill for me because at the time I didn't have insurance. 37, I didn't have insurance, but he paid for it. So
how much was that?
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
So fucking later I find out when we were doing Race Wars on Sirius, me and Sherrod, one of the cops called in from that night, one of the arresting officers. This is like 2 years later. So that's how I found out about her calling that guy the N-word and taking a swing at him. And then she ended up leaving the dude for that black cop that she called the N-word.
Oh my God, that's the greatest story I've ever heard in my life.
And I never found that out until like 2 or 3 years later.
Do you talk about that on stage?
Is his name Officer Uncle?
I did Ari's show, and I've told it before.
Is his name Officer Uncle Tom?
No, he was like part Korean or something. He worked for like the Daily News, or I think he's like a graphics guy. I felt like kind of bad for him, like Jesus Christ, because I remember going like, is this like a thing where you're constantly getting drunk, getting in fights because you feel like you can't hold on to this like?
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, there's nobody hot enough that's worth.
Yeah.
Having that.
For sure. Hey, can we look up?
All right, that was the fastest
Yes,
piss.
sir, I'm back.
That was fast.
Really? Well, I had to go take
It's
a look.
NASCAR. You went NASCAR on that piss.
Yo, do you ever think about like, okay, if I had a girlfriend there that some comedian called a cunt, that would never. I've never had a date that creates a problem like that in public.
I would be like, shut the fuck up.
I never had a girlfriend that does that.
No.
Hey, can we find do we have a trailer? Is there a trailer for your special?
If you go on iTunes, I think they have some clips.
Can we find a clip of his special? Because we got to push this.
Push. Yeah, we have to positive push. I did my late night special comedy.
For CISO, which I thought was an amazing company that had the worst business model ever.
Yeah, like I thought, dude, they had Toast of London before anybody. Like I thought that would be good, but then you can only get it on your fillings. Like how would you watch it?
Well, the problem is that it was part of Hulu, and they thought they'd charge you for Hulu and then charge you for.
Oh, that's what it is. It's part of
the other.
Right. It was owned by NBC.
So it's
Universal.
like, why didn't you just make that the adult section of Hulu? I'm already paying $10 a month. Let me get that for free and just know that, if you go here, it's going to get more adult.
Who's that guy that ran? I like that guy that was like the guy running it. I remember I'd seen
Brian
like,
Volkweiss?
Maybe? I don't know. I just remember I was like, oh, this would be cool. But I was like, who's...
Which one is it? Which one is it?
Neither one.
Neither one.
It's on iTunes. If you go to iTunes, you can even go to my Twitter page. And see I posted the link.
All right.
But here's the deal. I'm doing everything on my own. I barely am able to survive physically. No, I'm kidding. Bottom line is I did the special. We'll find it. It's on there somewhere. Because I was constantly getting that late night spot at the Comedy Store.
Well, those are fun spots. They're fun spots if it's a 10:30 start show. It's not a fun spot if it's a 9:30 start show. Let's see. Can we see? View and I.
We won't have audio.
We won't?
Look, it's up there with Blockers, Jumanji, and Game Night.
Look at that, dude.
Hey, stop being a blocker.
After 22 years, comedian Brody Stevens we're out of it. Finally Tapes is 1 hour special, filmed and created at the world-famous Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard in West Hollywood, California. Stevens assumes the Sam Kinison spot, leading this late-night audience on a journey showcasing his unique banter, upbeat music, classic jokes, and positive punchlines. Be part of this magic moment. Sit back, relax, and connect with Brody. I think I wrote that myself.
I was going to ask, did you write that?
I think so, yeah.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
I do the late night closing spot. I've been doing it for, 6 or 7 years. And Tommy, maybe 6 years. Tommy gave it to me, the old booker, to get ready for La Jolla.
Hey, do you know who got that spot before you?
Mencia?
No.
You.
Sam Tripoli.
Uh-oh.
For a very long time.
Oh, the Sam Tripoli spot.
Wait, but you don't want that spot.
From the shores of
You've got
Brody
comedy chaos.
Sea,
Because I
goes to
do that spot, Tinfoil Hat came about.
Oh, that's true. That's
that why?
so weird how the universe works.
I didn't realize that. Oh, so that's what it's been the whole time.
No, there's been
Who's
no-
actually?
I see how it works
Okay,
now.
hold on. Who's a
It was the
conspiracy
Sam
person?
Tripoli
here?
spot.
Sam's a conspiracy person.
Yeah.
Brody, off
I'm
your
a
medicine.
I'm a reality
When
person.
I'm off my medicine, I'm a conspiracy.
Well, you know what? You're partially right.
I just like to get hammered.
And how far out do you go?
What with what?
Like, where
Conspiracies?
me and Shai used to have a
His
guy
dentist
on.
is a ghost.
We
So he says.
We used to have a guy on called Flat Earth Dave, who was into Flat Earth shit.
Yeah, I think
Like that
there's
far?
actually a guy named Flat Earth. No, I'm not a flat earther, but I don't care about it either.
Yeah.
I think there's way worse shit to
Like
believe
what?
in than flat Earth.
Flat
Such
Earth.
as what? Just so I have a general sense.
That the war on terror is about making people's lives better. The war on drugs is about keeping people off drugs. You know.
Oh, you're like Arab or something.
no.
Yeah.
I mean,
When the
I'm
war on
Armenian.
terror is the first skepticism.
That whole thing is. That's why I like these people in this town who just like. They're just such conformists.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
I mean, getting back to the flat Earth.
Yeah,
Flat
that's true.
Earth. It's just it's a popularity thing. It's what's hot right now. It's like the pet rock.
Yeah,
Get it?
yeah.
Flat Earth, pet rock connection.
I love it.
I went a long way for that joke.
Yeah, it's cool. Well,
No,
that's-
this
you-
town is
funny.
great. I think just like we were talking about, I guess, Hardwick on the show. It's like it's like ridiculous. We're at the point now where it's kindergarten, it's childish, and those
it's
are the
mob
people.
mentality.
If you fucking think any of these fucking people that are online give a fucking shit about a real victim of anything, and it's about anything except these weird, it like turns them into like cannibals.
But are you
This
talking
fucking
about
this
anonymous
demon-
people? Are you talking about news people?
I'm
Or are
talking
you talking
about
comedians,
social media
and
shit.
and actors?
Dude, basically, I got in trouble for saying this was a fucking scary thing, the social media mob shit.
It
without
is.
a justice. I literally got almost fucking ruined for that. That's crazy to me. But I could see I was standing in the way of some great things because it was like a big plan of bulldozers too. But I think the fucking actual brain itself did it, and the people are just incidental. You know.
I just think of all the people that Chris Hardwick helped with that, like at midnight, and
I
all
was the
that
audience
fucking
warm-up.
shit, and
Yeah.
I didn't see any of them coming out
Yeah,
and
we're
even
coming
throwing
into his
off.
defense.
Oh yeah, well,
Where
I know why. Because listen, I got my head fucking chopped off. For you don't stick your neck out for that. Just let them do their fucking bulldoze. By the way, I was on
I
the
did.
episode.
I did.
I've been sticking up for
I'm
Cosby
not
left
sticking
and
my neck
right.
out for no dude.
This guy's sticking up for Cosby.
I think Cosby's been taken to the ringer. I think what he did is A-OK.
Yeah, dude, I'll never be that. Because by the way, I was on the episode where Artie Lang got thrown off for some tweet. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that was
It's
in
not
New York. I was the audience
This is
warm-up.
we're entering the fucking Robespierre phase of the French Revolution, where
Well,
it's like there's a.
it's slowly going to become like Salem witch hunt.
It is
You know what I
witch
mean?
hunt.
It's,
not.
it's like,
Well, I'll get Barry Crimmins. This is a funny thing to say. Is like we do know witches exist. It's not. I mean, we know rapists exist. It's not like a witch hunt. But in terms of justice, it's a fucking it's like a mob, like a lynch mob, but
Yeah,
without the
hold
lynch.
on. The problem with that is that when McCarthyism happened, we knew communists existed, but they were just accusing
Well, they had
everybody
a right
of
to
being
be communist. They didn't. You can't just punish someone for their political beliefs.
Right,
That's
right,
it.
right,
Well,
right.
I guess you can. It
right.
turns out.
That's what they do now?
But they existed. So it was still a witch hunt. And it's like, say whatever you, we're rehashing what we talked earlier. I mean, dude, nothing in that said that fucking, Chris Hardwick was a bad boyfriend. There's a fucking
I'm not even saying he's a bad boyfriend.
Or a bad judge of character.
Yeah, I'd say that.
We could say that.
If you read that, first of all.
He predicted she was going to cheat on him, and she did.
And by the way, the only reason.
He called her a cunt indirectly before they started dating.
Listen, the only reason that he's having this right now is because Aziz browned his way out of that shit. Thanks to
Whoa!
Yeah.
Obviously.
Come on, race war.
Intersectionality.
You're saying that. I'm not disagreeing. I don't. But you're saying. I mean.
I know, dude. How many black comics you know are like, oh, Aziz saved a lot of us. I know quite a few. Let me tell you something, dude. They can only feel good doing this kangaroo court shit. They're aware. Listen, Rosewood and Emmett Till and all they're aware of that. When you're like, don't you remember those like guys or the Central Park Five?
Yep.
But what they're saying is like this is just a thing of sheer numbers of like, hey, if you like white ones go, fuck it. Which, okay, you can say that, but why am I supposed to agree with it? You know what I mean? Like, why am I supposed to be on board with me being fucked over by a potential psychopath liar, which exists, especially in this business? If someone's going to be a liar, it's going to be around this shit or a custody dispute, historically.
Can I go back to the Aziz thing? So you're saying like Aziz got out of it because
it's not anything he did. I don't think he did shit wrong.
You said browned out.
The
media,
the group, Big Sister, let's call them.
Yeah, I like that.
Big Sister browned him out.
They bailed him out.
Big Sister.
They're just not going to go on a brown guy like that. They're not.
But Chris Hardwick, because he's a white guy,
he's got the pointiest nose you've ever seen. Of course, he's going down.
Dude, Bill Cosby literally had to. I know you don't agree with this, but Bill Cosby had to rape literally everybody for them to go after him.
Isn't it amazing? By the way, I took it as and it's a bad story, but just the hopefulness of. Nobody believed a lot of white women over a black man. I mean, there's some progress, right?
That is very true.
A black man for many years got away with it.
Like
no one believed
he duped white people so much.
Black chicks don't rat on black dudes in this case, and it's not because black dudes haven't done anything wrong by the Me Too movement, but because black chicks understand punishments now are overly harsh.
Yeah.
And black men have historically, they understand this, have been overly punished for lots of stuff. So they're like, hey, look, he might have done something wrong to me, but these punishments are crazy. I'm not going to fucking get a guy lynched over something that's not lynch worthy.
Because they know that white women are fucking insane.
Yeah,
that's what
we
all
are
about.
seeing black athletes get accused left and right. I mean, it is like in college football, it's like insane.
Yeah.
Big.
I don't doubt, by the way.
How does Michigan State still have any athletic program? With all the fucking child molesting that guy just got convicted of, and how all these basketball players, like five of them, and then we're all like,
money.
Money. Exactly how.
It's just money. Look, dude, Harvey Weinstein, how does that go on when they, money. It's all like,
money.
As soon as so that's why this is.
And influence.
I understand the idea of like, we're going to do the same kind of marketing to try to crack down, because they're like, well, believe women doesn't just mean believe all women. It means, women have historically not been believed, which is bullshit. I mean, the only people who are dumb enough to believe women are men, by the way. Historically, that's who believes women. Women know not to fucking believe women. Women know better, okay? And you can listen. This is the most amazing. You can hear all this fucking solidarity shit. I've had literally friends talk about that in this next breath, then talk about the bitch they hate in wherever they work. I mean, no, like not even conscious of how
women
ironic
hate
that is.
women until it comes to men. And
well,
then
I
they
think
kumbaya.
that's like that. I'm not even saying this is a bad thing about women. We're not in this. Like, I'm not with the men. So to be like, I care about women, that's insane.
I know.
Why would that help you if all the women ships are? It does. Comedy especially. When they're like, how come there's not enough spots for women? You mean you? I could understand that, but you want to lower the value of you is what you're saying to me. Which they don't. They're lying. They're talking about their spots.
Yeah, I know women that are friends with other women solely because they mutually hate the same women. That's their only. I don't have male friends that like, Ari and I aren't friends because we both hate a certain other guy.
Yeah, listen,
there are women that are friends just because they both hate this other girl.
But the bottom line is there's not any particular thing of disbelieving women. Just sexual assault victims in general are not believed because it's a pain in the ass to deal with if it affects your business. So Penn State, for example, that's not women not being believed. That's a bunch of boys molested for years that no one listened to. The Catholic Church, all those boys. There's not a gender thing about it. Sexual assault victims across the board. If there's a money interest, people are going to protect their fucking money first, okay? And instead of addressing that, we got to go with this third wave fucking feminist horse shit. I mean, that is almost conspiratorial. It's insane, some of the shit. Read the actual shit they say. It's crazy.
What about the hot teachers with the students? That's a whole
I
nother.
jerk off to them.
I know they're always so hot.
Yeah, and they always have to look like, what did I do?
They shouldn't hire them in the first place. You're too hot to be a teacher.
That's not a lawsuit coming.
You
Sorry,
know-
you can't. We can't get anyone to teach kids. But you smoking hot chick, you definitely can't fill that need.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a hot teacher, chances are she's going to be with the
You know
student.
what I recommend? Wearing a burqa for men. Except
Oh.
people mistake you for a Klansman, so you can't really.
That happens to me a lot.
Ari, can we get some
no, it's a
breaking
burqa.
news real quick? Breaking news.
I mean, yeah, we could. It depends. Do you have breaking
Yes,
news?
I do. I have some breaking news.
Okay, well then, if that's the case, then I think we should have some breaking news. So I'm
Okay.
going to go ahead and be ready for that. And
We got breaking
Sam,
news. Jayson Thibault has put on the table a proposal for the bag of bets that I think we should discuss right now and really decide what we're going to do. Jayson Thibault, would you like to present your
I
proposal?
tried getting. Hold on before he does. I tried getting a fucking USA chanted at a fucking music festival this weekend.
I think that would be an
People
easy
just stared at
place.
me.
I think that would be an easy place. What a nice try.
Oh, it was too. When Eminem was on, he showed up with an American flag, and I was like, "Oh, USA, USA," and they were all just looking at me. I'm like, "No, USA, USA."
If you were
And
London
saying, like,
Donovan,
America.
if you were London Donovan, you'd be like, Mexico, Mexico.
That's a racist band name, the Black
Hey,
Keys.
The African American
Ari,
keys.
what
Ari.
was your favorite part of the blistering anti-Trump rap of Eminem? Did you see that with his blistering? Trump is going to be covered in blisters when he hears this rap. The best part of it.
Freestyle rap about Trump. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't. Eminem's done, man, but he had a great career for a
Oh,
while.
I
He's
thought-
like Chris Rock now. where it's like,
all right, I
oh,
thought-
you're so why?
I thought you were going to say it's when his 8 black friends were standing behind him quietly and respectfully. That was your favorite part?
Who was all at the musical festival you're at, besides the African American keys?
They were not there. They were not there. It was Eminem, Lil Wayne, and Kendrick were the blacks, and then Kamasi Washington too. But then Killers, Blood. What's it called? Blood Orange? No, Blood.
Blood is the new orange.
Nah, I forget.
My bloody Valentine.
Man, okay.
Blood is the new orange.
So where was the concert at?
Dover, Delaware, fucking Firefly Music Festival.
Oh, you had to go all the way down there.
All right.
Up there.
All right. So
Up there.
Down there from Brooklyn.
Tebow,
Oh, yeah,
put
yeah.
it out there.
Oh yeah. I put on the table. If he was willing to do, if Sam will trade all the outstanding bets,
No,
I will absorb.
Not all of them. You said 2 of them. You still
there's
have a
one
third
that we
one.
that one's not happening.
Yeah, it is.
Well, then you have to do that one too.
No, I don't.
Well, then the bet's off the table.
All right, that's fine. Then next week I'll have a hot dog in my butt. That's fine.
All right, when are you here?
What?
July 10th is what I'm thinking. We should do the hot dogs then.
I'm gonna do it probably next week. I'll have somebody come in.
Do it when Ari does it.
No, I'm gonna do it next week.
I won the bet.
You didn't win the bet.
Then that's not paying it off.
Yeah, I am paying
No,
it
but
off.
that was, honestly, guys, as a fucking enforcer of the rules of the bets, it was always the next time I'm in studio, we will, as soon as the bet's over, we will do it then.
Well, it was always the two losers do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Find that thing and read it.
When you do the hot dog thing, are they frozen?
We can pick it.
Because
It's
that-
up to us.
because
It's up
that-
to us,
because
Brody.
that would- That would numb the anal lips. That makes it easier, right?
It would.
What numbs the anal lips?
Did we just say anal lips on Punch Drunk?
I don't think you
The,
should
the,
have
frozen,
lips.
the frozen kielbasa. I mean,
to
I'm just
invent
thinking.
an organ.
What is going to happen
I'm
with
kind
it?
of
I wasn't,
spitballing here.
We made a bet, and the bet was whose team would have a better record last season in football. Ari and I lost. Loser has to shove a hot dog up their ass. Ari
Guys,
owes-
can't you just have fun and shove a hot dog up your ass? Why
That's
go to
what
all
I've
that
been
trouble?
doing.
I've been doing.
You don't have to have this phony bet.
I mean, I was practicing for
this?
months and months
That's what would happen with a frozen hot dog on your inside.
without a condom.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
good point.
Without a condom.
That's a
Right.
good point.
What? Someone will grab your back of your head? Oh.
No, it's just gonna get stuck in your asshole. You got to wait for it to thaw for like a month.
Yeah, the rectal juices.
Like
will
when
kind
dogs
of,
fuck, they gotta wait for the dick to go down.
Yeah, that's a pretty graphic thing. No, I here's the deal, real quick. Getting back to all this stuff we're talking, these relationships, this crazy. I think we are going to hit a rock bottom point where, come on, where I think we're getting close.
In real
to
life,
that.
we hit it. There's nobody in real
You don't
life.
think so?
Who do you meet in real life besides the most demented fuck you know in your life that agrees with the internet shit? Like, I don't really.
Nobody does,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So is that
drives me nuts.
mysterious? This is what I'm saying. It's like that's when I get suspicious that people aren't even involved in this anymore. It's just the fucking thing itself. Like, it's alive, dude.
You know what I read or you know what I heard are two terrible ways to start a conversation now, because you're gonna get some internet bullshit that somebody heard. It's almost come full circle where, remember back in the day, like a lot of people have jokes about this, like you used to not be able to win an argument, or you could, because what am I gonna do? Go to the library and you would just be able to lie back in the day.
Yeah.
You can make shit up.
Great
Like there's no way,
storytelling.
there's no way to get back. But now that you can look up anything. You can look up right now, dinosaurs are still alive and real. And there'll be articles like, see, told you it's true. It's not, anybody could write an article and put it on the internet.
Right.
Because it's in print does not mean it's real.
Yep.
But it used to.
No.
The Dewey Decimal
What was the
System.
assumption
It
of that?
feels like it's real because of that time.
Dude, if you think of how bad.
Like,
You know how long it takes to write a book and cross-reference a book and have people proofread a book and cross-check a book?
Right.
A fucking 9-year-old can write a 10-page article right now full of bullshit. Doesn't mean it's true.
Well, they have now. Here's the other thing that did, besides having to deal with all the amateurs that think they're stand-ups that like it's like a YouTube star or some shit.
Sure,
and they're
yeah,
like, it's a comedian. And people put it to you like it's what you do, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The same thing with these fucking bloggers. Like the real journalists have fucking completely. they suck and they just quote
because
these
it's
fucking
clickbait
people
now.
online. So it's the same as like weird comedy pretenders. There's like journalist pretenders, and they don't do their fucking job. Yep. And then the news just. The reason I know is because I watch it happen to me personally, where there'd be like some insane thing, and then the fucking like USA Today, like that regular of a paper is picking up crazy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I said sue, but I didn't even sue all the fucking people I just sued for the amount of slander. But I'm shocked at the level of not accurate. I guess I always knew.
It's called fake news.
All
This
the
has been
news,
around.
no, the regular news. What I saw firsthand is they're full of shit. So now
they all
amateurs,
do it. They all do it.
yeah. So there's people make their money off.
You know
That's
what's-
why this shit's first of all, any Twitter activism is completely
it's
fucked
not-
out of the gate. Okay, because it's merely the way the media keeps itself in business because nobody's buying papers. So they started slowly introducing Gawker, like that gossip element. No, that's the same as news. And that's just so all this, when they Me Too, they don't give a shit about a fucking victim. They care about propping their business up.
For sure.
They need a new outrage, a fresh outrage every fucking week.
Yeah, you'll never guess what so-and-so just did. And then I click it, and I got to click 15 fucking ads before I can
hate
finish
that.
up.
I
I don't even
hate
read
that.
them.
So don't tell me it's great.
I don't even read them.
The company who hired like creative people would just wait a week,
Right.
exactly 1 week before
Right.
responding. The cycle will move on. 3 days in, and they'll be on somebody
But
else.
you think Hardwick
You
could have
wait
waited?
a week and then decide, now that we've calmed down, just say it should always be that.
All
because
right.
you know the emotions are so high that first day that if you respond the first day, you're not going to be doing it rationally.
But you think
go,
Hardwick could have done that?
About this, then respond.
Hardwick could have done that. Waited a week when they just took all his shit.
No, Hardwick couldn't wait. You have to go. It's the fucking company.
We're not talking about mocking a woman with a disability, Ari. We're talking about we're not talking about mocking a one-armed
good old
woman. We're
days.
talking about serious shit.
No, dude,
Abuse.
people in those comment section was like, why did he wait 3 hours? If he had nothing to hide, why did he wait 3 hours to respond? That's because he couldn't talk to his lawyers to craft a response.
Dude, they're mad. They're
my
mad.
God.
First of all,
Send it out there.
they're mad if you defend yourself. They're mad if you don't defend yourself. They're mad if you say I'm wrong. They're mad if you say I'm right. They're like, don't
That's
you
a witch
dare
hunt.
ruin this. You're
That's
our
what a
thing.
witch hunt is.
It's
You're a witch, and so we're going to drown you. And if you drown, you weren't a witch, my bad. But if you don't drown, you are a witch, and then we're going to kill you.
Yeah,
so you're
well, that's
fucked
true.
either way.
We're talking about Twitter. You're talking about the social media. But there's plenty of, look at the news, just regular news, the 60 Minutes, ABC, The View. I mean,
That's what I'm talking about, the news. It sucks.
No,
Is
okay.
The View the
You've
news?
got that,
Yeah,
but
it
you've
is.
got that. So you're talking
Fuck
about people
those
like,
heifers.
who go, I'm not on Twitter, I'm not on Facebook. Yeah, but you're watching The View, like my mom. You're watching 60 Minutes. You're watching.
You're in the system.
So they're
somehow.
in that. Then you have the kids who are all watching everything on the internet, and that's the scarier part. But also, that model will collapse.
Well,
When
they don't
people-
read. Here's the thing: the clickbait headlines up, right? But nobody actually reads the fuck. This is what I learned: is nobody reads the fucking article. So half the evil shit that got written about me, I'm like, wow, where'd you make that up from? Nobody read it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the really crazy. By the way, can anybody tell me exactly what Louie CK did wrong? Anyone? Does anyone have any idea? I've seen shit people making out like he surprised jerks. No, he doesn't. Nothing didn't say that in the New York Times article. Where are people getting that? What did he do that's wrong?
Well, I mean, I've heard different things. The biggest thing that I think so here's what I've heard, dude, is it's more about his manager and his agents pressuring those chicks, and I know those chicks. They pressured him if they say anything.
Their agents are working, and by the way, nobody said his manager. It's another thing. No one said his manager, just his agent. Nobody said Berkowitz.
No, who's the manager? Who's the manager?
Dave Becky?
Dave Becky. That's what they said. Dave Becky did it.
Pressured them to. By the way, so what?
Manager.
What did he do? Say we'd like you to not tell the story.
If you tell people, you're fucking done. That's what I was told from the girls. They said. Now later on, I hear some other shit went down that makes me suspicious of some of the stuff.
They're mad because they couldn't use his story by name the way Ari did that poor girl with the one arm.
But they didn't bring this story out. They didn't bring the story out.
Oh, do you think we lost two great guitar comics?
No,
that sing about.
but they didn't bring the story out. This story that was brought up was by somebody who had heard the story.
In fact, listen to the Cellar podcast. The scumbag reporter from the New York Times.
Yeah.
With third wave fucking big sister bullshit all the way to her core, and no mess. Every question that I wanted, I'm like, well, it doesn't say he said anything. It says he didn't want them to tell people. That doesn't say he threatened them. See, this is the same thing with the Hardwick thing. The wording.
The girls told me that they got a call from the manager and it said if they said anything, they're fucking
done.
Good.
By the way, good. That's a great fucking manager. Get up and leave the room.
But that doesn't mean it's not wrong.
Fuck you.
That
Two of
wrong.
you don't know if you want to watch. Hey, Brody, would you like to watch me jerk off?
Now
I have an option.
Changing it though.
I kind of.
Are you?
When are you changing it?
Are you blocking the door?
They said he blocked the door in Gawker. That's how this started.
But they never said that.
I know. The media made it up.
The manager did. Oh, but the
rate out of the story. This thing. It's he's not just saying, hey, do this. Say about this devious thing that Louie CK did, and I'll finish you. It's this. It's like, hey, you were in a hotel room with Louie CK. He asked to jerk off in front of you. You said yes. So you guys had this sexual relationship. He's married. Keep your fucking mouth shut. What the fuck are you doing?
He asked if he could masturbate in front of him, right?
What they're mad about is
common courtesy.
That might be it. They never told me that.
They never told you that he asked. That's in the article.
3 of the 4 in the article. 3 of the 4 admitted that he asked for permission and they said yes.
So I don't understand what the controversy is.
Said she never really said yes.
The one on the phone?
I don't know.
That's the hang up. Every single one of them is ridiculous, but it's because they got pressured by a very agenda-driven person. It's a Comedy Cellar podcast. I can't remember the name of the reporter, but Noam, God bless him, he asked every question I wanted to ask, and listen to what a worm, because it's lies of omission, okay? It's leaving shit out. So every single one of those stories, even with the lies of omission, which are a ton, it's still nothing that I needed to know about it. Let's say he was even wrong for any of that, which I don't think. What the story is, he apologized 7 years ago, that son of a bitch, and never did it again. What the fuck is everybody talking about? Why did I need to know about it? Like, why would I need to know anything about it now?
Right.
Because Gawker, Nick Denton, my friend was working for it at the time. When they got Cosby with the fucking we don't need evidence anymore, Nick Denton said, find the next Cosby. Because that's where the fucking money is. So that's what...
The next... That's what they...
Times had a thing, like, we're going to go after white men this year.
Whoa, that sounds conspiratorial.
Hang on. Follow Bill Cosby's business model.
Who said that?
So...
That's in there in the New York Times agenda of 2017.
Ari heard that they were talking
Louie's
about
a Mexican,
at the
by the way.
synagogue when they were running the media. That's what they were talking about.
Guys, might have just said we're going after men. Might have just been men, not white men.
So many amazing sports are going on right now.
They got Trump elected. I'm telling you, Trump's going to get elected again.
Probably.
And they're not like learning their lesson that this stupid shit is directly what got. It's not that everybody's a racist. It's not that everybody hates women, because women voted for him too. They hate you. They hate your fucking intersectional horseshit that much that they'll burn the house down with you in it. It's very obvious.
I love the World Cup. I love baseball, and I want to go see it live. If you want to go to Russia, you can go see it live. Go to SeatGeek. SeatGeek.
You love segues.
Yeah, I do love segues. Go to SeatGeek, dude. Go to the website or download the app. Download the app. Use the promo code Punch Drunk and get $20 towards your first ticket purchase, right? Let's say, because we go see boxing all the time. We go see concert. What was the last concert you went and saw?
I don't know, but I'm sure I use SeatGeek.
SeatGeek for sure, dude. I just bought my tickets to see Bill Burr at the Forum, 2 tickets. I've never spent money on a comedy show before, and I bought him to go see Bill to support him. He doesn't need it, but I wanted to support him. I'm super excited. Go find Bill.
UFC's coming to Staples Center, too.
Yeah, UFC, that's a big fight to Staples Center. Can we find Bill Burr at the Forum? I'm super stoked about it.
When is that show?
September 20th.
He does a bunch of them. He does like a whole week there or something, doesn't he?
No, I think he's doing one.
Oh, really?
It's 1 or 2.
One. I think it's 1, or is it 2?
Sometimes they do 2.
He's doing shows at the Forum. That's fucking Eagles played there. That's crazy. He's doing so good.
Yeah. So, he's playing there. I bought my tickets, 2 tickets.
Are you going to see Bill Burr or are you going to see Dean Del Rey, be honest?
I was just going to say that.
Who do you think's going to open for him?
Who do
He's
you
had a
think?
couple openers.
There's got to be a music band.
I'm doing 4 of them.
So go there, man. Anything you want. I know we're going to go see boxing. I know we got the UFC coming up. I know all that, man. I buy all my tickets on SeatGeek. Anything, whether it's concert,
You guys
comedy.
just went to Braves Dodgers.
Yeah, we bought it on SeatGeek, right, Johnny? Johnny's nodding his head. Yes, dude. So, yeah, thank you, SeatGeek, for all your ticketing needs. It's easy. They break it down based on best deals, cheapest deals.
We're thanking them for their ticketing needs?
Yeah, for helping us.
Well, if SeatGeek has ticket needs, I'm sure they know where to get it. Hey, SeatGeek, use the code PUNCHDRUNK.
So this September, it's September at the Forum.
I think it's the 26th.
Yeah, I put it in my avails. I guess I didn't get that day.
Oh, you put your veils
to
with,
the Forum.
Really?
Yes, I put my veils into the Forum,
Someone
Staples
get
Center,
Bill online
Greek
when you
Theater.
ask him why he did not book Brody.
No, I don't need to be. I don't want to be involved with anything. I do my own thing. I'm different. I don't like to bring people down with me.
Sebastian, what joke do you think Sebastian's doing right there with his funny face? Did anyone watch Steve Martin and what's his face on Netflix?
That was great.
I felt it was very much the other guy, more Martin Short.
Short,
yeah.
Martin Shore.
He's funny. So many comedians are doing great. It's a pretty cool thing. And,
You know who's doing great? You are, because you got a special that just dropped.
well, thank you.
I mean, you
very
factor
much.
both those guys are 70. That was a pretty fucking impactful, like, high-energy show.
Yeah, it was fun,
Which
dude.
one,
It was
Steve
old
Martin?
school.
Steve Martin and Martin Short, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I
They
liked it.
roasted each other at first.
Who wrote those jokes where they were doing to roast each other?
They did it. They're the only 2 people credited as writers. And
Really?
and the musician,
No shit.
the musician's credited with all the music, who's Jimmy Kimmel's piano player.
He told him Steve Martin looks like a urinal wearing a white wig.
Wearing a white, yeah.
a porcelain urinal.
Yeah.
Dude, how about Jimmy Kimmel losing to Ted Cruz in a basketball game?
Embarrassing.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
put on 11-9, and they were playing to 15. And Kimmel was coming
Oh.
back, and then they cut it to 11 because they were both so beat.
are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, that's embarrassing. That's like, what's worse, that or watching Judd Apatow throw out a first pitch at a Mets game?
The Blobfish Classic.
Oh, look at that!
Look at
dude.
that. He made it.
Wow.
He played some college.
Kimmel does not look happy. Ooh, he banked it in.
Dude, they packed it out.
Was
with-
Kimmel dressed in Karl Malone blackface?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Rude.
The Blobfish Classic.
Okay, this is good. Blob. Ted Cruz had good. Okay, here we go. He's dribbling. Oh, he just carried over.
Oh, look at
Oh!
Wow.
That's
Dude,
embarrassing.
This is the oldest man basketball game I've ever seen in my
Wait till
life.
we're in Brooklyn.
By the way, if you don't believe in white privilege, look at those 2 guys in court.
Dude, this is the white version of the Uncle Drew movie, where it's just 2 old people playing basketball.
It's 4-2 and they're winded.
They're calling timeout. That reminds me of Yusuf or Shaffir.
Yeah, when Yusuf was so tired against you.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they played at like Texas Tech University or something like that to a packed crowd.
Look at Kimmel. He's like so sweaty.
He's angry
He's not
angry.
happy there.
because he's getting lit up. And now what are they arguing? Healthcare?
Yeah, they really were.
Oh, Ted Cruz.
Oh my God, he posted him up. God, you got lit up by Ted Cruz.
Oh, another shot.
Wow.
Another
And a
shot.
foul.
Holy
Dude, everyone's
shit.
like, Jimmy Kimmel's in trouble. Jimmy's
Going
like,
into this, I really was positive Kimmel was going to win easily.
and destroy him.
Yeah, I
Why?
thought it was going to be, you know, you don't
Look
think
at
of-
Guillermo. He is not. Kimmel with a hook shot.
Now you had to win by 2, so Kimmel gets it to 10-9.
Is
And
that
then
the Planned Parenthood mascot right
Oh,
there?
he blocked him.
that's the blobfish mascot.
Oh yeah.
Kimmel has the shot. Oh, did he tie it there?
No, that goes 9-10.
Now
No,
it's-
he is huffing. He is huffing.
Oh my God, this is in pretty good TV.
Isaiah Thomas was calling the
Look at
game,
him.
refused to kiss anybody on the mic.
Oh,
He missed it.
Oh, he did a LeBron.
And so
Oh, Kimmel blocks him. This is exciting.
yeah, because I.
Wow.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Did you see that shot?
All ugly shots.
So anyway, if Cruz wins, we don't get health care. That was the.
That's exactly.
deal.
That was the bet. That was.
Too bad.
just
Jimmy
Texas.
Kimmel really wanted it for us, but he
Cruz
just wasn't
won
there.
in
Only
Texas.
Texas.
The after party's at the Walmart. Hello, anybody? Dude?
Oh,
And then Jimmy Kimmel got named MVP. Imagine that.
most vet. Well, I mean,
Wow.
He
what
lost.
They were like, this is like,
Yeah, but-
remember
They
Tom,
raised like 80 grand for charity.
you remember Tom Brady's reality show where they had to reshoot the end because they shot it like he had won? And then they lost. They had to reshoot the end. This was like they thought Jimmy Kimmel was going to win,
I
so
didn't
they
know
just
that.
went with the ceremony anyways. They're giving him trophies and throwing out all the
yeah. Why wouldn't Cruz get the MVP? What
Yeah.
did he get? What
I think
did
it
he
was just
get?
part of the gag.
Was Jimmy's name on the engraved on the
He
trophy?
ain't got
Probably.
a trophy. I didn't see Ted Cruz get a trophy in that bad haircut.
Wow. Remember during the election how mean they were to Ted Cruz?
Ted Cruz looks like he shits a lot.
You look like a sea monster. Who's yelled at him? He goes, "You look like a monster," just from the crowd while he's shaking hands. It's like the meanest shit.
He's Canadian.
I
too.
just, it was, he was born in Canada. I just think, when are we going to say, hey, I mean, Kanye did say it, like, can we try something else? Like, the hate and the anger seems just to be making people more
Tune
angry.
in.
Why don't we try, like,
Do you agree?
love? I'm being serious. Like, have gratitude, but we don't.
Well, because boy, that's tone deaf. Here, I'll be the feminist blogosphere.
Okay.
Well, that's really tone deaf.
I mean, all I know.
Aren't you listening? Women are angry.
No.
Basically, they're literally writing an article. Don't you dare try to reason with me. I'm angry and I'm feeding off my anger. No, listen, you don't understand, Brody. Fairness and all that shit's not going to work. We've got to correct the historical imbalance.
I'm not saying fairness.
We are
I'm
correct-
saying
historical imbalance. So what you do to correct that is by creating an imbalance against the people who created the original imbalance. Kind of like how the
Take away their right to vote again.
just do, like we're doing how the Hutu did the Tutsi. That's what we're trying to do here.
But you can't. You're not going to take the fire out of people's, hearts
Dude,
and souls.
online
Not
is-
mine. This is America. Sorry.
Yeah,
People,
they're going to
that's-
vote. Here's what's happening. All this bullshit is, I promise, the amount of damage this stupid fucking internet shit did to people who really got victimized is unbelievable. Trump's getting in. I promise you, he's getting in the next.
I don't see.
without a
Real
doubt.
quick. Why couldn't this? Okay, let's say Trump won the election. Why can't they go? Whoever didn't vote for him go. You know what? Let's work for the midterms, or let's try
They
and
would
vote
have
in
to
the
have
next
some
guy.
self-reflection.
Just vote. Get another
Here's
candidate
what I don't
next
get.
time.
Do people
What?
not see, especially online, like Trump to me is the first female president. He's like, he could dish it out, but he can't take it, right? He could say whatever he wants about anybody, but if anybody says to him, "Oh, this is outrageous," right? The Central Park Five, who were found innocent, had their lives, I mean, measurably fucking destroyed by what happened, being wrongfully accused, being wrongfully convicted. Trump still, they did something. He sounds like a goddamn feminist after the Jackie UVA thing. Petty, vindictive, tiny hands. I mean, you're getting exactly what you wanted that you would have got from Hillary. Basically, they're perfect for each other, is what I'm saying. Trump and feminists are the same person.
All I know is what I learned playing baseball at Arizona State.
Did you play baseball?
We learned about positive energy and visualization and affirmation. Same thing that I learned playing baseball here in the San Fernando Valley in the 80s.
Well, that's a typical white male thing to say.
But we just won. We just won. We just believed. And I was around the Yankees. They won. And you know what you could do with the Yankees? You could party. You could do whatever you want. That's the thing, people, and until cell phones came out, but people don't understand. When you win and you are successful, people will look the other way and you can do stuff. But people want to complain, bring everybody down. Now, nobody gets to smoke pot. Nobody gets to go have sex with anything.
Remember, I think it was Louie's joke, right? About his daughters, like one daughter broke the other one's toy. He's like, do you want a new one? She's like, no, break her toy.
Right.
That's the mentality. I don't want to fix the problem. I want to break your toy because my toy. Meanwhile, I didn't break your fucking toy. I don't even know who told you you had to make everyone.
It looks like you broke it.
Well, that's where the parent has to come in and go, no.
Dude,
Sorry.
I had no idea. It's really
me,
sad, dude. I had no idea the amount of neglect that a lot of people get. Because my parents told me, my mother told me, nobody's got a right to do that shit to you. Like, you go tell somebody immediately.
That never happened with baseball. I got Jew jokes. I got your gay jokes. I got acne jokes.
Gay
and
Jew?
you know what? I was Jewish. I played baseball at
Gackney?
Arizona State. And you know what? I just took it, and it made me stronger. And I knew by looking at them, it wasn't coming from I could tell when somebody was malicious and somebody was just trying to push my buttons. And people go, they said Jewish jokes to you? You better go tell your coach. And I go, no, that's
a good point, dude. Because there's inclusive, like the cellar. Well, there's not really a cellar table like it used to be, but there's inclusive ball busting. That's inclusive, and then the currency of hipsters is exclusion. So. Always, in fact, always these old scene people, they were doing, I'm not going to a real club. That's not why I got into comedy, because they're not into that kind of shit. They're into excluding someone and imagining that's somehow a kinder, like some kind of kind thing.
Oh, political correctness is simply all about let's handicap white guys. Let's face it, dude. The rules of comedy, you can't do this joke. You can't. Everybody does those jokes. You just don't want certain guys to do the joke. You've literally handicapped it so the people that you think you can't beat are not allowed to participate. That's literally
but
what you're doing.
Listen, I don't even have a problem with that. I'll get around whatever your thing is to say what I want. That's fine. But why is it? It doesn't bother me to be called like you're a white male, whatever. Say that. I don't give a shit. But what upsets me is you told me that shit's like worse than murder, right? To highlight a thing. So now you're doing the thing to me that you think is murder. So that's a little upsetting. Do you know what I mean? But I don't give a shit about the actual word. It's what's behind it. But the internet has removed context. That's a thing that they set out to do. They set out to get rid of context so that they could have these little power trips. Because it's not, or you realize like, it's not the intent, it's the impact.
But you're saying the internet, but aren't, I don't want to, there's enough people out there on the internet still who are going, no, this doesn't feel right.
What
and those people, the outrage, all this,
they'll be dealt with. They'll be dealt with. They'll be slowly wiped off. It's going to be.
I don't know. Look at Israel. Israel's tiny. I don't want to get political. I'm just saying, like, you want to come at me?
Political on Punch Drunk.
The people. That's right. The people that are the maniacs with this shit are tiny. All that social jihadi bullshit. That's not a group of people that. It's some fucks in like Portland, Seattle, people near the tech industry. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like most of the country is like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I think that's like Israel, just a small feisty thing controlling an outsized share. Like having an outsized influence. And that's just because Hollywood's traditionally
But you're going to have people, it's only going to go so far. You know why? Because these guys have guns.
They eat their own.
You want to go to the point like, hey, listen, that's where it stops.
Yeah, well, they're devouring their own people. So like the Al Franken thing. That
so
was
you just
insane.
sit on the side and watch it. I sit on the side. I wake up happy every day. And I love when people are just going nuts over stuff. And it's like, I'm positive energy.
I do that now, and it is better.
But I don't like the fighting.
I just ignore
I
everything.
want people to get along together. That's my thing. And then they get mad at me. It's like I went
Who
to
gets mad at you?
People for saying that for
Sam Tripoli.
No. My balls have been cut off. Go ahead, Ari.
Different punishments. It shouldn't all be the same punishment. People are like, fuck you, Matt Damon. He's like, I never did anything. I'm just saying.
By the way, what Matt Damon said was not even a little wrong. But it's the unsaid shit. This is why I love you trying to make me think women don't lie, and then the dishonesty of every part of this movement. Like they're like, Matt Damon, his insane. Nothing he said was insane. You mean you're just mad now, and he should have known you're mad, and you're stoking up the anger to keep it going so you can make a buck off it? Is that what you mean by tone deaf?
Feelings are made
He's
into
tone
facts.
deaf.
That's what's going on. These women make their feelings feel like they're facts.
Well, look, I'm not even dismissing someone's feelings, but why would you? This is the thing I don't understand. Is like the effort to look like you're the good one is what's leading to some of this victimization. Like, I don't want to seem bad, so I'm not going to advocate for my own fucking body. Are you out of your mind? That wouldn't have happened. By the way, never would happen to my sister, because we weren't allowed to go to parties and get drunk and do all that shit. We
weren't? Who are you,
I was
Chris
Jehovah's
Hardwick?
Witness. No, I was Jehovah's Witness. We fucking.
You were?
we were such nerds.
You look familiar. You knocked on my door.
No, I was Jehovah's Witness. We didn't do any of that. I didn't go to parties and fucking. I wasn't allowed to date and any of that shit. So we got kind of protected.
You were fucking one eyebrow. It's not like you had tons of options.
You know, I had more options than you think, but they were cut off because I wasn't fucking. I didn't realize the girls wanted to have sex back
And
then.
I bet that you had a great time. And if you want to make bets, go on BetDSI. BetDSI for all of your betting needs. That's right. Go to BetDSI.com. Use the promo code
Jesus Christ.
PUNCH25, and you
That's
can
great.
use You can make bets on anything. Bro, how well Brody's pot is
Wait, why
especially
is the
good.
fucking O'Neal Gomez line not up?
Let's put it
109
on there.
likes.
I'll talk
What?
to him. I'll talk
Oh,
to
yeah,
them.
so can I see who this
put it
guy
on
is?
there.
I don't know Ryan
Go to
O'Neal.
BetDSI. BetDSI. It's real simple. Use the promo code PUNCH25. Get $25. Now, let's say you make a deposit. You put $200 in there. The people at BetDSI are nice enough. They're going to put total. They're going to double it. They're going to double it. That's how it is. That's how good it is. I make all my bets. I come so close to these parlays. I really do.
Get on that World Cup. Get on that World Cup.
Get on that World Cup, homeboy. Be Landon Donovan. Cheer for Mexico. If that's because your butt hurt, you didn't get put on the U.S. World Cup team back when we qualified. Yeah, do it. So go to our longest running sponsors, BetDSI.com. Use the promo code PUNCH25.
Nice. I was never a betting guy. Those numbers confuse me.
I like to do it to,
Ari, have you been
My name's. Oh, go ahead.
kept up on this Kellen Winslow Jr. story?
Who?
He got fired as coach of the Caps.
No.
Or am I misreading it?
No, you're misreading it. Tight end, played for the Bucks, played for a bunch of teams, played for the Jets.
Kellen Winslow Jr.?
His dad, Kellen Winslow Sr., was like an all-time Pro Bowl San Diego tight end.
This guy's crazy. This is crazy.
Kidnapping and raping elderly women. Some of them in their 70s.
Well,
86, I thought, was the oldest.
Oh, okay.
My mom's 87, so she's safe.
Robbing them, kidnapping them, forced sodomy, forced oral sex.
I thought oral sex is
and
sodomy.
robbing them.
Well,
And robbing
in
them.
what order?
Probably rob them on the way out.
Wow, this situation just went from ass to mouth.
This is this got to be mental illness, bath salts, anger.
He's a fucking predator. By the way, that's who rapes are a small group of repeat offenders. Okay, it's not all men.
Is that what it
are
stands
kind of
for?
rapists.
Repeat
It's not an
offender?
education matter.
2 counts of kidnapping with the intent to commit rape, 2 counts of forcible rape, 1 count of forcible sodomy, 1 count of forcible oral
They
copulation,
separated those.
2 counts of residential burglary.
Is this Hillary
Where is
Clinton?
this?
1
or
count
is
in
this,
San Diego.
Who's this clip?
Jesus, man.
And then they
San
threw an
Diego.
indecent exposure on there just to say fuck it.
Just in case they can't get
Oh
on
my
anything
God.
else.
But he got busted for, back
How
in
many?
New
Jerking
Jersey
off
for
in a
jerking
parking
off,
lot.
but with synthetic
Marijuana,
pot. That's
yeah.
what I said. Like
Yeah.
maybe there's some bath salts because this guy's already
How many,
doing with spice.
Why
many
are you
people did
doing
he
synthetic
attack?
pot when there's so much pot, real pot around?
I know you
Well,
want.
back then he was still playing,
Oh, I
and
know.
they couldn't test
Oh,
him
whoa,
for
whoa!
that. So
This
all
guy.
those players were doing that.
Oh, I missed that part. This guy's a fucking football player.
Yeah, his ex-NFL, big-time NFL player, and
God
his dad is like
damn.
one of the greatest tight ends of all time. I mean, his dad's in the Hall of Fame.
The reason people do fake pot is because it doesn't show up in a test. So they're doing way unhealthier pot,
Yeah.
like military people in particular, so that they don't get caught. They're making themselves do a more dangerous substance so they can get away with it.
Drug tests should be illegal.
Oh, could CTE be his?
Yeah,
defense?
CT. This kid was angry, and remember
College.
in college he goes, "Because I'm a soldier, man." That's what you see him
Yeah.
like flipping out. Like,
Yeah.
I
Dude,
mean,
the brain damage that these fucking guys get must be intense.
I mean, the level of suicide for them is super high. The level of fucking Lou Gehrig's disease
like-
and all that shit is
It's
fucking
like these
through the roof.
fucking Swiss cheese brain living weapons walking around, like
I mean, the football
sodomizing your grandma. Come on, man.
football players and our wrestlers, they should be taken care of. Football players, wrestlers, and our veterans. We should take care of those guys.
How about comedians?
We could have a little.
I don't
fun.
fucking watch football. I couldn't give a fuck. I couldn't give a fuck about it.
What sport do you watch?
Almost nothing ever.
Do you pay attention? Like, are you aware at least of what's going on peripherally?
No.
Why do
I
you
feel
hate
good
black
about it.
people?
Peripherally.
Is that?
Where do I begin?
Boy, nobody gives that as the reason they don't like sports, do they? I just don't care for black people, and I'm not a hypocrite. I don't. No, I just never got. You know why? I was from Cleveland. I was born in Cleveland. My old man was a.
Enough said.
He was never happy on Sunday. I just never saw any joy come from it, from the Browns. And
But what
I,
about the Indians? Were you aware of like what's going on at least? Like, oh yeah,
My
they
dad didn't
won-
like baseball. He didn't like it. Now, from what I understand now, when people tell me about it, baseball sounds like the one I probably would be more interested in just because of the strategy involved. But
I like the lifestyle of baseball. There is a lot of strategy. The thing
What's
with
the
baseball,
lifestyle?
The lifestyle?
Yes.
You mean the flying around in nice planes, staying in nice hotels?
no. I'm talking about like going to the ballpark early.
I
for
saw Bull
batting,
Durham. Okay.
for
No.
batting practice and spring training, and then post-game dinners and talking and watching. Yeah, the preparation. Also, just being around the baseball stadium. I've been lucky enough, to be able to hang out with the Cubs and the Dodgers and the Yankees over the years. So
Do you only hang out with winning teams, kind of like how Ari only backs teams that win championships?
yeah, I mean, winning teams are drawn to me.
My teams that have historically won championships, so I'm fine with that.
What?
My teams have historically won a lot of championships. I'm fine with that.
Ari is a shrewd Jewish investor. Put it that way.
Yeah, I just and here's the other thing. I did get to hang out because my buddy was a coach of the Yankees, and I saw it back then, the Yankee dynasty, how it was like being in New York, how they appreciated guys who spoke their mind, put their balls out, and that's what the players today. You can't yell at these major leaguers. Say they're sensitive. You can't yell.
Who yells at him?
I mean, coaches, get your freaking
Why are
head
you
in the
yelling
game,
at
Kurt.
Why are you yelling at
I'm
Kurt?
not.
Hey,
You're
All
not
right.
allowed to raise your voice in comedy or in TV, but in sports, you see these coaches going crazy. If that happened in Hollywood on the sideline, they'd be thrown in a UCLA psych ward.
Can we all?
for 17
I have
days?
a bet. You just made me think of a bet. Who will be the next powerful man taken down by Me Too?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, people always talk about that.
Someone said The Rock last time, but I'm like, I don't know. I
don't
think
think
Ozzy's
so,
out of
dude.
it.
I mean, are we just guessing based on the idea of the person who seems like the type to do it, or are we?
Oh,
saying, like,
I say you
we've
pick
heard
whoever you want. Oh, I don't know. You could have your own system.
Andy Dick.
I mean, but what could
Andy-
you?
Andy Dick is above the law. He's Steven Seagal's Me
I
Too
think with Andy
movement.
Dick, it's built in that it's your fault if you were around.
But hasn't Me Too? They made their point. We got it. We'll chill now.
What?
Like
no, what?
wipe our hands clean, reset
Dude,
button, and
listen,
move on.
Listen, here's what
Yeah,
happens.
but get
It's
covered
a,
when we take off.
it's instead of that, what we're gonna do is just keep going and going, and it'll be more and more men facing less and less, and then so by the time it keeps going down, it'll just be like 30 seconds at a time.
Do they like murder suicides? Do they like these guys freaking out?
I don't know.
That's
If you
what's
watch
happening.
the first
No, they
48,
power.
dude,
They
all the
power.
commercials are tampons commercials. They like murder. So, yes, they're cool.
So they do.
That's a to the lady. Why do you think there's so many like? You always hear this shit. Oh, there was this girl that hated me, some feminist comic in DC that fucked. What's his name? That.
oh,
porn
yeah,
star?
yeah.
What's her name? I watched it too. It's kind of hot. But anyway, she like. I've never met this girl. She hates
so
my
she
guts.
fucks Franco? Is that his name?
No, not. What's
The
his
guy,
name?
he's named
He's
after
a nice
the famous
Jewish boy.
actor.
But he was James Dean, and he
James
was,
Dean.
and then he was accused of being a rapist.
Oh, the porn actor.
And then she had to defend. This is my favorite because they all are like supposed to automatically say guilty until it's someone they know, and they're like, "No, this one's different." That like, are you that stupid? You didn't see?
Lena Dunham did it too. Lena Dunham was like, no, my writer, he's okay.
I know. She really is just a genius, isn't she? Like, so then I'm reading this where I have to defend her because it's like typical Lena Dunham defends her friend she's known for many years instead of this some bitch she's never heard of. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're not supposed to defend your friend that you think. Honest to God, you're not give the benefit of the doubt to someone you've known for many years just because someone said a thing. What kind of friend would you be?
Friends defend friends.
I've had friends do fucked up things, and I had to just be like, hey, man, yeah, I made a mistake.
I'm in the room, dude.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't stand by for a rape. That's a bit beyond my limits of being a good friend. Well, that listen,
depends
I will
who
not
they
cover
rape.
up. Look,
We're all done it.
I won't cover up a rape or help you move. Those are my two policies as a friend.
That's pretty solid.
Define covering up a rape. No, I'm just, I don't know. I don't like to joke about this rape. So I keep it, and that's the thing. When I do my stand-up, I keep it positive. And
HIV positive?
HIV positive, crowd, and that's the other thing. When you're in a comedy club or a room or what have you, they're not on social media. They're not on TV. You got them all together, and you can. That's why comedy is popular, the live form, because the real stuff is coming out there. You're seeing the energy. You're not seeing the tweets. And crowd, look at the Comedy Store. It's the number one club in the country.
In the world.
For a reason. People are drawn to seeing the truth. They're drawn to seeing like the front lines of freedom of speech. And
Steve Azizi,
Yes.
I remember, called me up when at whole media thing,
yeah.
and he goes, listen, man, it's like in real life, nobody, you think from seeing this shit, people are like want to like come up and kill you or something, but nobody fucking comes up or says anything. And I said, shut up, 9/11 liar, and I hung up the phone on him. No. It just keeps moving, dude. The wrecking ball just keeps going. That's how it works.
yeah, but you're saying it's a wrecking ball, but
Rob Schneider said it to me.
well, he's a positive guy.
He is. He is a very positive guy. I swear to
Schneider?
God, Rob Schneider's a very positive guy.
But I mean, he's active on Twitter. I'm not disagreeing with what he says. I just think I don't know if he's a positive guy. I think he's like honest on there. He's pretty like gets emotional.
You know, I talked to him on the. I talked to him not a while ago. He's like a very.
Can I get his number? I'd like to
Sure.
I'm going to cross-reference with Spade. See what's happening.
I want to see where Ari,
very nice to me, that guy.
I want to see where Brody's allegiances are right now.
Okay.
Cubs, Dodgers. Cubs up 3-2.
Cubs.
Cubs over Dodgers.
I'm a Cubs.
Wearing a Dodgers hat right now.
Because I support Los Angeles.
What?
This is a Los Angeles City hat. By the way, my friend is a coach. We were talking about friends. I'm loyal to my friends and family. So I go where my friend goes. In my heart, yeah, I'm a Dodger fan. I grew up here. I also like the Angels. But in relationships, in reality, in life, and actual people reaching out and giving me access, I support the Cubs. Cubs they want me around. They request my energy. I mean, I got to be in the World Series parade. I got to suit up. And that's the other thing that I talk about with sports. When you bring energy, they like it. And when it helps with audience warm-up. I'm trying to bring energy to regular people. Give it a shot. Try to be positive a couple times. I don't want to sound all corny with The Secret, and it's easier said than done. But when I've done it, I've been able to do it. You know, that's why, and I'm not bragging when I show me with the Cubs, or I'm not bragging when I show my name on the marquee. I'm just saying I visualized it and I put out positive energy. Why not give it a shot?
Because people are hooked on fake out. They're hooked on the drug of outrage. It's like a drug. I used to go read salon.com like just to be mad. I don't know why the fuck I did that, but I would read shit I didn't like. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I'm bored or something, and it's like a fucking
it's sensationalism.
fix.
It's sensationalism.
So
It's
can I
just a
just
fix.
talk about something real quick? I just got a text from Chad Zumach,
Oh, Chad.
and he wrote this to me. He goes, "Dude, call me when you get a second. The old tweets about me saying the N-word cost me a job in Chicago. I just found out. Do you remember that? When we made that, when we did a joke about when Chad thought he had called in on we were in the car, but we made him think he was on Punch Drunk. You remember that? We were driving in my car.
That was me and you. Yeah.
And I took that tweet down. It was a joke. I go, and Chad thought we were live broadcasting.
Yeah, he got a lot of traffic on that. And then he kept tweeting, I did not say this and that and this.
I remember that. So the gig, they took it away?
That's what he's trying to tell me.
Wow. What gig? What's
Can you
what
call
date?
in?
What club?
What's this?
I'm gonna call him right away.
Number to call in.
So wait, I don't understand. What did he do that got him in trouble then?
I guess
Where?
they said he's something joked about them saying the N-word.
Do you ever say the N-word, Ari? I don't. It's too decadent for me.
I only say it in like very specific moments.
Like what?
So-
I don't say
sexually?
it. I
Only sexually.
I've thought it.
I only say it at family reunions and when I'm voting.
Me and Sherrod used to do this great ceremony on Race Wars.
My toe.
I think the word has so much negativity attached to it. I just choose
This is such great
not to
time
put it out
say it.
in the
What?
universe.
Sexually voting or stubbing your
Yeah.
toe. Those are all times.
Yeah. Write in vote. Stubbing my toe.
Yeah,
For sure, dude.
But what do you think about that? Are you okay?
I don't think there's any magic fucking words. I think it's like if I'm, me and Sherrod had our, who's that?
Rich Voss on
Now here's a guy who
Punch
likes
Drunk.
a nice double G.
Oh, there's Cory Booker's best friend.
Oh, you know what? I played in a golf outing yesterday, and he was there, like kind of, whatever. I don't know anything about him, but I do know if he's ever president, I have a picture with him. So there you have it.
I like it.
Okay?
So do you just take pictures with random black men that people think are important, and you just later on try to find out who they are?
I knew who it was, okay? And now all of a sudden you're throwing random black men. First of all, he was light-skinned, okay? That's one. Two, I don't care. I don't usually take pictures. People take pictures with me. Do you know who you're talking to, stupid?
I
They
do.
take
I
with
do.
me.
My apologies.
Bob the Bono?
Stupid.
Oh. who am I talking to?
Voss.
Boss, it's me.
Voss.
Is this the new stand?
Voss, do you buy those shirt pre-cut, or do you cut the sleeves off before you leave the house?
Oh, God. What am I? You know what? This is like punching down. Why do I talk to that?
That looks like Jim Florentine's older shirt.
Listen, it's 1,000 degrees out here. I just walked about 3 miles. I'm sorry I didn't dress up to come to Ari's house and do a stupid podcast. I stink. I'm too big for this.
Rich. Oh, you can't hear me. Hey, this is Kurt.
Ow.
I see that.
Seacrest out.
Are you
What's
keeping
that?
up? Are you
Is that
keeping up?
Tripoli? I can't tell.
No, it's Kurt. Are you
Kurt
keeping up?
Metzger. He's a racist.
Kurt Metzger, racist, famous
Racist
racist.
rapist.
Kurt Metzger, hands down, is one of the funniest comics
I think you're
of
saying.
this generation.
I think you're saying
I'm not
racist.
Brilliant comic. Good bridge burner too, but brilliant comic.
Oh, hey, at least you're something.
I used to
right?
be the king of feminism. Well, what I was going to ask you is, where do you fall in on this Louis J. Gomez versus Ryan O'Neal fight? Do you know about that? As a guy that's been in some comedy fights.
I don't know who Ryan O'Neal is, but if he trains in any possible way, I'm going to have to go with him.
Yeah, that's what I say. Any training would be the oafishness of.
Okay,
Lewis.
but don't you think Lewis is on some kind of like steroids or performance-enhancing drugs? That's what I'm betting on.
What
No,
does he? Are you saying he takes roids and doesn't work out? I mean, he's not shredded at all.
Molly is not a fucking performance enhancer.
Oh, he's only taking performance dehancers, is what you're saying.
Who is this other guy he's fighting? Is he a comic or?
Yeah, Ryan O'Neal. He's he's a very funny comic. He's on a great podcast. He's written for Ari for a bunch of stuff, written on for Steve Renazizi for a bunch of stuff, and he's pretty funny. And he got a black belt in Taekwondo. And seeing that Jason has a black belt in Taekwondo, tell him how deadly that is.
You do?
It means nothing. It means you can beat up another 8-year-old in a strip mall.
I used to play Taekwondo back in the day, and I made it to purple belt, and we used to fight in tournaments. And Taekwondo is 80% or 70% feet, but if they're just boxing, then Taekwondo means nothing.
What
No.
are the?
No, they're
Oh,
MMA. They're doing MMA.
But just no ground and pound, right?
Well, I guess
they don't-
no elbows or knees, but you can punch the guy on the ground.
Can you make out with them?
I think that would be a solid move for
Oh,
both
dude,
of these
I think
idiots.
if we start an internet
Doesn't
campaign,
it
we
always
can
look
make
like
that
that?
happen.
The most effective kind of fighting, it looks like they're spooning.
Yeah.
Like a nice kiss on the back of the neck till you tap out.
He tapped out by cuddling.
Who's going to win this cuddle
Brody
fight?
Stevens is the second funniest guy at that table.
Oh my!
You know what? I
God.
take that as a compliment.
We're running out of people. We're running.
There's
out.
9 of us.
I stay in my lane.
You really do, dude.
I didn't recognize everybody being, you
We're all unrecognizable.
I think
Wait,
that.
Billy Burr's picture is the first funniest guy in that room.
none of us are going to argue that.
The best comic is Bill Burr's picture. That's a good
None of us are going to argue that.
oh, shit.
That's fun.
When is this fight? Did I take your seat?
No, it's okay.
When is this fight happening?
End of August.
End of August.
Yeah,
Where?
Vegas.
Ari is supposed to fight me, but he fucking chickened out for the third straight time. Third straight time.
We picked a date, and then you changed the date on me.
I changed the date. Oh, so much funny. I have so much power.
The date was changed on me.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine the CTE? What if it's a good fight and
Yeah,
Lewis?
we're about to stop, wrap
Well,
up.
if
Where you
Rich,
going?
have you been on Skype before? Do you know this technology?
I know. Is that it?
He's looking at
I like
Is he
this.
going to watch the Voss Roast at vossroast.com? Is that where he went?
Oh, that's a promotion for them.
Oh, I think so.
Maybe.
When is that, by the way? Or is that already up?
It's out now,
Oh, cool.
vossroast.com.
I saw a bunch of clips they put out.
Is it on Aziz's website?
Well, you just dropped to fourth funniest.
Ha ha! Yes! See, you're saying there's a chance.
Oh,
Anything?
Did Voss just stand up and it looks like he's still sitting?
What
Yeah,
time
he
is?
just broke. He broke just
Hey-
standing
hey,
up.
guys.
Too much for him.
What time?
Voss was standing the whole time while he was talking to us.
What time's the open mic at Gotham today?
Guys, I think Voss and I are going to take off. It's been a good podcast.
Where are you going? D train to Coney Island?
There we go. Time to go. Fuck that guy.
Are we still on?
Yeah.
Oh yes. Let's go. Let's get racist. Now is the
Can
time.
we use that sound clip for something in this fucking? Let's get
Let's
Can
get
you-
racist.
I mean,
I'm
if
trying
one
to
of them
get-
gets bad brain damage from this fight, do you see any of them going on a rampage of old ladies?
Oh, that's a great-
football
That's a good
style.
question.
That's a great.
I
I'm
could-
talking
I
indecent
could see-
exposure.
I
I'm
could see
talking
it.
sodomy.
I could see it helping both their acts. A little bit of brain damage.
Oh,
So you can get, to CTE
like
the
a
quickest.
funny guy in a sitcom, like, hey, it's Corky's next door. Remember when he used to be funny?
Dude, there's not enough special people in sitcoms. That we really got it going for a little while. There was Stand By Me, right? Or what was
Corky.
it? Corky. And then there was the guy from Workaholics that I thought killed it. And they did.
Adam Devine?
Here you go right
No,
here.
the other guy. There we go.
There you go, Kurt.
Lewis looks serious there.
Yeah, Lewis is.
Ryan never looks serious in his defense, so that's part of his.
But Ryan's got the camouflage.
Well, the thing
hat
is that
on.
Ryan is much thinner than Lewis, but they're the same height. It's so interesting. But they're like 40 fucking pounds different.
What do you mean? How much is Ryan? How much does Lewis weigh?
Lewis is 230, and Ryan says he's 190.
Yeah. They're going to have to
You know,
find a
man,
weight.
Well, if Lewis stays on his diet, I'm telling you, like, it's a hard. Lewis is a fat Hulk, as you know, where he becomes fat very quickly.
What's his background? Puerto Rican?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's going to be using that ethnic rage.
Which means he's probably gonna have a fucking razor blade glued to a toothbrush somewhere in
You
his
know how
fucking
like
shoe.
all ethnic guys think white guys are afraid of them, so they really ethnic up their ethnicness.
He's training with a look. He's training with a baby right
Look,
there.
he just hit a kid in his ear like
Nice.
he's punching Metzger at the comedy cellar.
Is this from your
Hammer
fight at the
fist.
fucking?
This is abuse.
I fought this boy.
I'll cup your ears, Captain.
Why would it be important to you as a comedian to be in a to train for a fucking UFC?
The whole world's upside down, Metzger.
Because
It's not
comedy
like
and comedy and UFC, it's
I mean,
marriage.
yeah, okay, but I mean, Ari's never done that. Like, it's just a weird thing when people want to like dominate some shit.
Well,
Everything. but the
Ari's
shit.
never fought anybody, but he did try to deport Mexicans, so it's kind of the same thing.
That's not true.
I
He fought
heard-
Bobby Lee.
What?
Yeah, he fought Bobby Lee. Yeah,
In a fight, or just in a fight?
yeah, and that Bobby Lee. I mean, come on.
They got into a fight at the
couple
comedy.
times.
Now he's
Oh,
fighting
here we go.
interns. He's fighting babies.
Oh!
Interns. What else?
Harry.
he
Wait,
gonna
he's in a cage. Is this Walmart? I keep going back to that bit.
Now let's see. Now Lewis is because what happens is he tends to get
Oh!
fat in the legs.
Who's
and
he fighting?
ass.
Steve Simone there?
No, that's not Steve Simone.
Wait, he
That's-
hit that guy
That's the
pretty
fat
hard.
man. He's fighting the fat man.
Oh,
That's like
Robert
training
Kelly?
against the fat man.
Hey,
I'm
we're
kidding.
bums rock.
I'm
I was
going
gonna
after
say
everybody.
wheels for
Oh!
easy.
Oh, the fat guy's not into it.
Kind of a weird gut shot there.
I
Yeah,
know.
dude. Did you see boxing? Errol Spence fucking liver shot that guy.
Yeah.
Big one.
That's always such an interesting punch because it takes like 5 seconds.
You're like, oh, hey,
You're like,
yeah,
I'm fine. Oh, shit. Yeah.
And that was the sports talk on today's Punch Drunk Sports.
I think it's been a pretty
Quick update on our last week we picked teams. The only team to take a loss was Ari with Germany, I believe.
I'm Germany.
Ari's Germany. Oh yeah.
Am I Germany? We didn't take a loss.
Ari's Russia. You're Germany.
Germany got tied, I thought.
2-1. Mexico beat them 2-1.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Or 1-0. They won by 1 goal.
I can't believe Germany lost.
Mexico's tough. They got a bad draw in the first
Errol
round.
Spence moves like a
So-
fucking baby.
World Cup is taking place in Russia.
Yeah.
Has Putin made any appearances? Will he be?
Of course he will, dude. He fought to get that thing. That's a big thing to get. It's gonna. Ours is I think the next one.
So they'll show Putin on.
What?
They're okay with that.
26. Cutter. Oh yeah, dude. That's. Dude,
How did they get that one?
Did Japan win?
Japan won? Japan won with their little tiny legs. They won.
Yeah, 2-1. So Nanny's still alive.
I'm not dead. Those.
I'm just saying.
You're already.
England's up. Yep, you got Poland. Yep.
Ooh, Nigeria is going to play Germany. That's going to be interesting. No, you remember you've seen that old ad, like the old.
Denmark won, right?
Denmark won.
You get some
for
weird.
sure.
You get some
It
weird
must
matchups.
feel really
here.
weird, like, because I never followed soccer, but I'm like, oh, like Cleveland, the Browns, or whatever, but it must be weird in your country. Is your team like that for a...
Yeah, it's the
For a
only
sport?
time like the Olympics. This is the only time nationalism
Is it like
is
the Olympics all year for soccer people?
Yeah, it's like it's the only time nationalism is acceptable.
World Cup.
Also, do
World
you think,
Cup and Olympics. You're
Not-
like, yeah, country.
World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, all those
yeah,
things.
it's like the Olympics
Women's
all
beach
the time.
volleyball, World Classics, anything with world in it, you're allowed to
Golf, Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
But nothing's like this. The whole world loses their fucking mind for this.
Well, Olympics are like.
But you know why they're going nuts? Because the USA's not into it.
Oh, we just didn't
Imagine if UFC
You
was.
understand that soccer is not our word. It's a mixture of Oxford and something. And they only changed it to football to be different from us. But soccer was invented by Britain. It was their word until we used it.
Yeah.
And they changed it.
They don't call it football. I thought they called it
didn't
football.
call it football.
We call it soccer.
They didn't start.
Association soccer.
Say it again.
It was a short name of association soccer.
Oh yeah, it was a short name of. Yeah, right. And so they just changed it to be like fuck America. But we never made up the word soccer to be. People
Right,
like, hey,
it's
I'll call it
like
football.
our fifth or sixth sport.
I mean, also, who gives a fucking shit? I should make that point.
Yeah, I'm not into it. I don't understand it. To
getting
be
into it.
honest with you, I think
I've
baseball.
enjoyed it.
Baseball, you have stats, you have home runs, you have wins, you have losses, you have things you can look at. Soccer, I don't know.
Well, they measure it completely in
Metric.
trafficked girls to the officials that are bribed.
That's totally true.
FIFA.
The score.
Dude,
The
this
reason
guy is
it's like
deep.
it looks like there's no score, but the scoring is going on off field.
Especially in Russia.
Yeah.
It's going on off field with.
Brody, one more time.
Slaves.
Tell them about your special.
I have a special. You could
There you
find the album
There's
on
the World Cup winner right
Amazon.
there.
You could find, looks like the cast from Gotti. You could find the album on Amazon. You can find the video portion. You have to match it up. No, but the stand-up video on iTunes. It's Brody Stevens Live at the Main Room. It shows kind of like what I do. It captured what I did that night, late at night after 12, and the special was, this is me doing my special. So I was doing my special. I acknowledged I was doing my special. That's part of the joke as well. And again, I do all these
I
late
love
night
that
spots.
you got credited with writer. That's great. You're a screenwriter now.
I
I'm
am?
so happy for you.
Screenwriter, there
You're a
you go.
screenwriter?
Yeah, congrats, Brody.
you
Actor
screenwrite?
and screenwriter. Who are you, Jamie Foxx?
I'm doing it all. And I'm producer.
Guys, this has been Punch Drunk Sports. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the sports talk today. It was a lot of fun. And we will see you guys.
Oh, that's what
next
this
time.
is. I thought it was tinfoil hat.
Tinfoil Sports.
Baseball hat.